Imagine for a second you are one of the kindest people anyone knows. You help without being asked, you forgive without being begged, you show up for people who would not show up for you, and despite all of that, people still disrespect you. They speak to you rudely, they cross every line you have ever drawn, they take everything you offer and give almost nothing back. And the worst part is, you keep letting it happen, not because you're weak, but because somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself that tolerating it was the same thing as being a good person. It is not. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said something that most people are not ready to hear. The respect others give you depends entirely on the respect you give yourself. And psychologists who study human behavior have found the exact same thing. People do not treat you based on how kind you are, they treat you based on the standard you silently communicate you are willing to accept. Here are 7 forms of disrespect you should never tolerate. Number 1. Deliberate lying. There's a difference between a mistake and a lie. Mistakes happen because people are human. Lies happen because someone decided you did not deserve the truth. That is not a small thing. When someone lies to you on purpose, they're telling you something important, that their comfort matters more than your reality. Nietzsche believed truth requires courage. A person who lies to you consistently is not just dishonest, they're showing you exactly how much they value you. Number 2. Being put down in front of others. It starts as a joke, a comment at your expense that gets a laugh. You smile because making a scene feels worse, so you absorb it. And because you absorbed it without reaction, they do it again, and the next time it goes slightly further. This is not accidental. People test boundaries gradually. They push a little to see what happens. If nothing happens, they push further. Silence in that moment is not grace, it's permission. Number 3. Constantly ignoring your boundaries. Some people treat your boundaries like suggestions. They push past what you said. They show up after you asked for space. They take your time and energy as if your needs don't exist. And the reason they keep doing it is simple. There have been no real consequences. Nietzsche believed every person must create their own rules to live with dignity. A boundary nobody enforces is a boundary nobody respects. Number 4. Taking advantage of your kindness. There are people who look at your kindness and see an opportunity. They ask for more than is reasonable, they're present when they need something and completely absent when you do. This kind of relationship only flows in one direction, and the longer you accept it, the more normal it becomes for both of you. Kindness without a limit is not generosity. It's a habit of putting yourself last and calling it virtue. Number 5. Being treated like an option. Someone only reaches out when they're bored, they cancel at the last minute, they disappear for weeks, then return expecting to pick up exactly where things left off. And each time they come back, you let them, because you've convinced yourself that some presence is better than none. But tolerating that does not make you more valued. It tells them you will accept whatever they choose to give. Nietzsche believed every person must create their own value. You cannot do that while accepting a position that was never meant to be permanent. Number 6. Having your emotions dismissed. You explain something that hurt you, and the response is instant. You're overreacting. It wasn't that serious. You're too sensitive. Over time, you stop bringing things up at all. You start filtering your own feelings before they even reach the surface. That is not growth. That is what happens when someone has repeatedly told you that your inner experience doesn't matter. No one has the right to decide that what you felt was not real. Number 7. Betrayal of trust. Trust is built slowly across hundreds of small moments, and it can be destroyed in a single one. Forgiving a betrayal once says you believe in people. Forgiving it repeatedly without consequence says something else entirely. It says the cost of breaking your trust is low. Nietzsche considered loyalty one of the defining qualities of a truly strong person. Someone who betrays you is not making a mistake. They're showing you how they weigh your relationship against their own interests when it actually matters. Forgiveness is not the problem. Forgiving everything without ever drawing a line is, because at a certain point it stops being strength and starts being a way of abandoning yourself to keep the peace. Raise your standard. The right people will meet it without being asked. The wrong ones will show you exactly who they are. And either way, you'll finally know where you stand.